You clicked on a video where I'm talking about Kai Cenat again. This is not related to Kai Cenat, but I have to show you this. So I went shopping today and I bought some protein powder. The guy who served me, really nice fella. He goes to me, hey man, I got this free sample in the back. It's inside of a tub. I can't give you the whole tub. So let me put it in a little bag for you or something. I was like, okay, sure. Look at what this looks like to you in a little doggy bag as well. It says pre-workout on it. I don't know if it's pre-workout. Okay, it smells of something. What do like Coke users do? They like... I literally can't feel my right nostril. Okay, so what I've done now is put quotation marks on the pre-workout. I genuinely can't determine what kind of substance this is. It smells like apples. It is definitely pre-workout. Anyways, I know that had nothing to do with the video. I just thought it was very important to share. Kai Cenat, world famous entertainer, collaborates with IShowSpeed, the guy who does the funny backflips. But it seems at the minute that a lot of people on the internet do not like Kai Cenat. And this isn't the kind of thing where it's like, you know, you become too big, too famous, the Pedro Pascal fatigue effect. No, it seems that Kai's own fan base are actually turning on him right now, saying that he's sold out. He's just become like another corporate shill. But surprisingly, the biggest reason why there's been a 180 on Kai at the minute is because he has a Fortnite skin. He got a Fortnite skin added into the game. Now, I personally don't really play Fortnite that much anymore. I think the game's a little bit boring. People are too sweaty. The skins suck apart from Raven Team Leader. It's just kind of mid. So every so often, Fortnite will make something called an icon skin. Like, for example, the Hatsune Miku skin that was tied to the Fortnite Festival Pass, basically being their equivalent of Guitar Hero. Or they'll do like an in-game event to celebrate a skin coming into the game. Like, for example, the Travis Scott skin and the Eminem concerts that were held. Now, to get a Fortnite icon skin, there is really only two ways to get one. The first is being very famous. I'm not talking about like a micro e-celeb, a YouTuber, Twitch streamer. Cringe. I'm talking about actual celebrities, like the woman that voices Meg in Family Guy. I don't know her name, just the woman that voices Meg in Family Guy. But yes, okay, actual celebrities. Lady Gaga, LeBron James, Lionel Messi as well, who of course was in Warzone. They really had to add him into Warzone, didn't they? Now, the other way is usually to be a Fortnite content creator, which includes glazing the game to the point that there is no chance that you won't have your skin added into the game. Like, for example, you could play as your favorite Fortnite content creator, like Nick A30, a man who is somehow only 2 years older than me. Jesus Christ, the wall will be coming for me in about 5 seconds. But there's other content creators as well, like Clicks, Bugger, I don't know how you say that name, Ali A as well. But Fortnite have announced that, surprisingly, Kai Cenat will be the newest character added to this roster. I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here. Like, I don't know whether this is me being like autistic, because I found out recently I got diagnosed with autism as well. Are we shocked? But I think like you adding yourself, like your human self, into a video game is like the lamest thing you can ever do. I don't know. I feel like if you had like an avatar or something to represent yourself, that would be a great way to, you know, actually represent, instead of, you know, oh, look, Nick A30. I mean, dude, no hate to the guy. I picked that skin. I look like someone that goes knocking on everyone's door asking if he believes in Jesus Christ. Now, a lot of people were unhappy that Kai was getting his own Fortnite skin. Personally, I just thought it was like an inevitability, because he is like, okay, you've got like E-celeb here and then celebrities here. Kai's like here. Like, he's still an E-celeb, but he has contacts and he actually frequently collaborates with like actual known people in Hollywood. But a lot of people have basically called him an imposter because he doesn't really interact with the Fortnite community that much. Most of the people that are YouTubers or streamers that have their own skin, these are people that have made their entire content around Fortnite. Like, I mean, Fortnite has been around so long, Jesus. I remember YouTubers like, for example, Muselk, and how he'd only cover Overwatch. Lamau, remember Overwatch? And then he moved over to Fortnite as well. And a lot of these content creators genuinely feel hard done by, because they feel like Kai has basically skipped hoops. He wasn't really a Fortnite YouTuber. There are people that have been grinding it for years, but because they don't have the clout like Kai does, bringing on hilarious celebrities like that short guy that was in the film with Dwayne Johnson, and he's got these like eyes where he looks really angry all the time. I forget his name. I actually forget his name. Not even do I forget his name. I mean, there are people that base their content around the game, like, for example, Tfue Music, who I talked about earlier, Typical Gamer. You know, some of these guys have made most of their career, if not at least a huge portion of it, around Fortnite, not PUBG. But they still haven't got this recognition. And I can imagine they feel pretty hard done by because they're not getting a skin, but the guy who played Fortnite with IShowSpeed once is.
Observe, take it into what's going on today, pay attention, and enjoy the show. See y'all when I get back. Chat, look at the sphere. That is insane.
But to be fair, in Kai's defense here, like, this is a pretty normal thing. Unfortunately, people that are more relevant, more famous, they're just going to get more attention naturally. I mean, again, MrBeast, he's not a Fortnite YouTuber. He's still got his own Fortnite skin that people probably only use semi-sarcastically. You know what they should do, actually, with the MrBeast skin in Fortnite? They should do an update on the skin where they give him, like, the teeth that he has now. So we got the MrBeast teeth here, and here's the skin. There's a shade of yellow there. There's a shade of yellow there. No, it's over. He's mogging his own Fortnite skin. The MrBeast skin in Fortnite, it needs to be updated with veneers. It needs a veneer update, preferably paid DLC. And then there are creators that aren't even tied into the Fortnite scene at all. You could say MrBeast is a bit of a gamer. You know, he did some Minecraft challenges and stuff. But then there are creators like Kabi Lame, the guy who would get the most viral video of the day in the algorithm, react to it, and just go, that was it.
Yeah. And then, oh, fuck.
And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Fortnite definitely stole from him because the reason why that guy blew up is because of the fact that he would never speak in any video. And if you don't speak in a video, there's no language to interpret. So it can go to any audience. It breaks out of English speaking, goes straight into Spanish, which is the second most spoken language, maybe even Mandarin, which is the most spoken language, and then all the other languages around the world. That's why in pretty much every Fortnite trailer, they just don't have any dialogue, you know, unless it's like something related to the story, like, you know, Fortnite Jonesy, or again, that time they had The Rock in for some reason.
I watched you die.
Shut up, bitch!
Now, with the addition of the Kai Cenat skin, a lot of people are like, oh, but there was that time he did this thing and that thing. And as the internet always does, they compile this list of things that they don't like about you. Like, for example, some of the stream cancellations he's done in the past. People saying that he's got like a pick and choose attitude of who he wants to work with. Like, for example, back in July, Kai was actually set to stream with Jinxie. Jinxie is obviously a huge streamer. He basically revived Six Siege, and he kind of fell off Six Siege because I guess the game died, or they added, like, you know, season 20 or whatever, and it just was very mid. So instead, what he does now is play mobile games. That is the state Siege is in, that he's now playing mobile games. And one of those mobile games he plays is Clash Royale. Now, this is going to be an AMP event. That's the house that Kai is with. I'll be honest, again, I'm very uncultured. I'm an old man. I really don't use the internet that much. I didn't really know any of the creators in AMP. I knew about the meme Phantom Tax. I didn't even know that that came from a guy in AMP that was called Phantom. I genuinely thought that was just some random buzzword that a 12-year-old made up, and it just went viral everywhere. So Jinxie was basically invited on as a sort of coach to help people in AMP to get better at the game. Now, Jinxie sweats the game. He sweats the game. If this guy picks a game to fixate on, he will. That is his superpower. Like, for example, the time when he went up against XQC, I think XQC lost. He didn't lose too many games. I think it was about 200 games in a row, and he just ended up quitting without even saying goodbye to Jinxie.
The one deck that I kept f***ing you up with the wall breakers, that deck gets countered.
Anyway, that was fun, chat.
But the problem is, even though this was agreed on, when Jinxie actually started to get the stream going, the other AMP members didn't really seem to care about Clash Royale. And they kept kind of like ignoring Jinxie over and over whenever he was like trying to actually get the stream back on track.
And then you copy.
Hey, anybody in the chat want him?
Can you guys hear me?
I ain't like he talk. I ain't like he baked up that. I ain't like he baked up.
And then when Jinxie actually checked in to see what Kai was doing, because, you know, they kind of agreed to do a collab stream like he said he would, he actually found out that Kai was just doing an IRL stream completely without Jinxie.
Wait, what? Kai's doing IRL? What?
So Jinxie, obviously very disheartened by that, decides to end stream and just take some aggression out in the gym because he feels really hard done by. Now, what a lot of people don't actually know is Kai did try to remedy this and actually reach out to Jinxie and get like a second stream going. But at that point, the damage was done. You know how the internet works. They already made up their minds. There was also another example recently going over the MrBeast Team Water stream. By the way, I did do a video talking about the, the MrBeast charity stream, and I called it some clickbait garbage, like this was a disaster. And MrBeast, he wasn't very happy with that. He actually ended up commenting on the video saying, "How is it a disaster, lol?" Look, man, look. We all fucking clickbait, okay? Give me a break, Jimmy, okay? Look, you're a billionaire, all right? Just give me some Ethereum so I'm going Rubit or something, please. Now, whilst Aiden was live on the stream, MrBeast basically told a story about a certain creator who agreed to appear on the Team Water stream. However, when they were told Aiden Ross would be there, they actually ghosted and they didn't want to appear at all.
You can't say a fucking name if I tell the story.
I won't say the name. I won't say the name.
Yeah, I was inviting people to the stream. One said yes, and then I mentioned that Aiden would also be streaming. I was like, yeah, last time he helped raise over $2 million for charity. Like, it's great. You know, I'm trying to raise as much as possible. And he's like, oh, I should have even said he. The person was like, well, when I come on, can Aiden just like get off the stream and just go in a different room? I was like, no, not really. It's on his stream. And they're like, well, I can't do it.
Crazy, right, Chad?
Now, the creator was never named, which, again, I hate when people do this. It just creates more speculation and gets, like, innocent people accused as well. The point being, it was definitely Kai Cenat. Because, I've talked in the past about Kai's relationship with Aiden. It's probably just going to be, like, at best, it's going to be, like, Germany's relationship with Sweden in World War II, neutral, and that's like the good ending because they have had a lot of beef in the past. Because even though they were close at the beginning of their career, they definitely have drifted apart more and more. I mean, for example, like I've talked about in previous videos, Kai has like outwardly said how he doesn't like Aiden's community, and that's the reason why they don't really collaborate anymore. There was this drama with Aiden Ross's manager calling Kai the N-word. Again, this is all in a video that I've talked about previously. And there was also a clip from the Team Water stream of MrBeast actually trying to call Kai to ask him to donate, but Kai doesn't actually pick up.
Wait, I think I have 2 different Kai Cenat numbers. Oh. What are we laughing about?
I'm farming in the shadows.
Yeah, no answer.
Look at XQC's his fucking hair is worse than mine. Like, my brown's already coming out here. His is like mostly gone. He does have a good hairline, though, O'Neal. Now, one thing that was really surprising about this, even though it sounds like it's Kai, I even think it's Kai, MrBeast actually came to Kai's defense saying, I never said it was Kai. And to be clear, it isn't Kai. Even saying, let's chill out over the whole Kai hate boner thing. And then, of course, because MrBeast said a thing, people say a thing to get more traction. So the Twitter account who actually posted the clip with the caption implying that MrBeast was talking about Kai Cenat responded to him, asked Kai about the schools in Nigeria, which leads us into the next point of contention that his fan base have with him. So there's a school in Nigeria that Kai has basically been trying to help build and fund using the proceeds of his Twitch money. This came after his first trip to Lagos in Nigeria. He visited the Makoko Children Development Foundation School. This was also an orphanage as well, and he was basically just shocked at what he saw. Most of the building was basically heavily damaged, crumbling. The plot of land itself was actually sinking into the ground, and a single classroom space held more than 385 children at once. So Kai actually wanted to give back some of the money that he made and to try and help rebuild the school, which again, it sounds like a really noble thing to do. Like, he's trying to give these kids, a better chance at education.
The process of me building this new school in Nigeria has officially been stamped today, as in terms of like, it's a go-go. Okay, so this new school in Makoko for the kids the kids that live in Makoko in Nigeria, I started working on the school. They are working very hard right now, removing what gotta be removed and like getting the school ready and I think I'm gonna make this a video because this is crazy, bro.
So in March 2024, Kai announced to his chat that he got the seal of approval to go forward with developing the school. And then in November 2024, he promised that 20% of all of the money raised during the Mafia-thon would actually go to building this school in Nigeria. But since those two huge mentions, there hasn't really been any kind of update about that. And then this led people that just have a huge hate boner for Kai to basically, you know, become suspicious with the lack of updates. But earlier this month, there was actually a clip posted of another YouTuber who went to the same school that Kai is supposedly funding, and it went viral. It got like 9 million views. And the clip shows the YouTuber visiting the orphanage in Makoko, the same place where Kai is saying that he's going to be building this school, only to find that it's still in pretty much the exact same condition. Now, the sneaky thing is about this video is it was posted with the caption claiming that the YouTuber was actually checking up on Kai Cenat's school, but if you watch the actual video itself, Kai isn't mentioned anywhere. It's not even explicitly stated that they're going to the same school, it's just in the same area. The guy who actually posted it, not the caption, is a YouTuber who basically tours, you know, around the world, and he says that he runs 2 schools in Makoko, and the place is estimated to have a population between 85,000 to 250,000. So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers. Wait, can I still do the voice? Let me try. So guys, we did it. 250,000 subscribers. But of course, the internet being the internet, they saw the caption and they immediately ran with the narrative that Kai took all the money and ran away with it. Because again, people just don't do any kind of research. Like, I have seen the amount of like TikToks and shorts and IG reels that are posted of like some kind of caption of something that happens, and it's just a lie. I mean, a good example here, right, was there was this one clip in the UK that was going viral of a girl, and she's like crying and she's been taken away from police, and people were commenting saying the UK is falling apart because the caption was saying she was only arrested because she was at a McDonald's after like 5 or 6 p.m. because, you know, some McDonald's are actually doing this rule in the UK now where if you're like a kid, you're not allowed to be there on your own to basically, you know, stop all the broccoli heads and stuff spawn camping McDonald's all the time. And then I did a bit of research and there was only one news article from AOL.com talking about it, and even they say halfway down the article, we don't know, we just kind of like stole it as well from like Instagram. So again, like, you can just say about anyone online right now, someone will believe it. If they have a hate boner against that person, they'll believe it. If they love that person, they won't believe it. It is just how the internet works. So this led Kai to basically do a statement in April this year. He basically said that sadly, because of some storms in Makoko, a lot of the work was destroyed, but he did actually share footage of the school being built.
But due to storm, a lot of it got messed up. Like, money that we spent, dead got messed up, chat. Like, orders aside, like, there was a storm, it messed up a whole bunch of stuff, but we're back, okay? So we hired an engineer to review, and we had the structure updated, all right? Hold on, let's go ahead and show y'all real quick. Look at this, chat. Look at this, it's 2 levels here, all right?
Now, another reason why people claim that they don't like Kai Cenat is because they think he's homophobic. Now, this is a claim that has been going around for a very long time already, but it's really started to gain traction again because of the Fortnite skin. Now, there has been a fair few accounts on Twitter calling Kai out for this. I feel this is the case of like, here's a content creator that I forgot existed. Why is he in my game? I don't like that. Fortunately, I don't play Fortnite, so I don't really care. But if he was put in one of my favorite all-time games, Trouble Hunter, I would kill myself. Can you imagine him in that game?
Yo! What's going on in this game? Chat, yo! Why are they so fat, yo?
It's funny because if Drake said he liked Trouble Hunter, Kai would chill it. Okay, the rent is too high at the minute. I need to bring it down. I need to bring it down a little bit. The rent is too high. There's this one clip where Ray was sitting on Rakaya's lap, and this garnered a pretty shocked response from Kai Cenat and his friends.
Hey! Bro.
Nah. Where the
Ray, chill. You wildin'.
No, I wasn't wildin' there. I was just sitting right here.
Bro, you wildin', gang. Ray might be AO.
Nah, he might really be.
In the car sitting on his lap. That's not AO.
What?
You know, they laughed, said that it was being an AO, and then, you know, told him to stop. Now, this is kind of off topic, but the AO thing, or like calling someone zesty, was basically a Trojan horse way to make fun of people for being gay or acting in a non-straight way. But I'll be honest, that was like the fastest reclaimed word in human history. Like whenever I open up Instagram Reels, I'll always see a caption saying zesty, and it's posted by a gay person. And there was another clip as well where Kai Cenat was talking to his little cousin, asking him whether there's like girls that he likes at his school. And then his cousin says that there's actually a boy that likes him, and sometimes he likes the boy back. And you can see Kai's like kind of shocked. He sees the stock price is dropping. This, oh my God, the ESG scores. No. And then changes the subject back to girls.
You said a boy like you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
His name is Aziel.
You like him?
Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes we play baby together. And somebody doesn't want to be the baby. And he wants me to help him, but he just run away because I'm not playing.
But what about Faith though? What about Faith? She's cool, huh?
Yeah.
And then there was a clip of Kai calling out Lil Nas X for disrespecting God.
Yo, Lil Nas X, you could eat my whole dick. I hate bro. Nah, that shit just popped up in my head, bro. Bro, nah, word of my mother, bro. God gonna handle you in the right way. I didn't even talk about that yet, bro. But look, God gonna handle you, bro. And you're, bro.
What he did?
No, bro.
What he did?
No, bro. God gonna handle that. Real shit.
What did he do?
Nah, bro. I'm not even gonna explain it, bro.
Bro, no.
He's extremely disrespectful, bro. He disrespectful.
Okay, tell me how he disrespected, because, bro, you can't be on that bad timing. I'm just sitting in the corner on bad timing.
Go on his page, bro.
Hey, yo.
He disrespect God himself. That's
Christianity,
crazy.
like Christianity.
Yes, he disrespect the whole culture.
He was mocking it.
Yes, making fun of.
Lil Nas X, eat my.
I'm guessing karma caught up to him because, oh my God, Lil Nas X has been going through it recently. I'm sure you've seen that. That'll probably be tomorrow's video. This is why a lot of people have basically accused Kai of being a performative Christian. When you openly say that you love God, there are certain things that you have to follow. Not always, but a lot of people do. One of them is basically, condemning or trying to avoid anything queer, anything gay. You're gay. Because the problem is, if you say that you love God and then you also say that you're pro, I play ultra kill, all that kind of stuff, then unfortunately, a huge chunk of that Christ-loving fan base will immediately go, I don't f you anymore. You like them queers, don't you, boy? I don't fuck with you anymore. So Kai is basically doing this little kind of tightrope walk at the minute. I don't know why I look like I'm in a wheelchair. Anyway, but he's doing this tightrope walk of basically trying to appease as many people as possible because the guy is basically just sub of mainstream. And unfortunately, the bigger you get, the less opinions you're really allowed to have. But thankfully, this shareholder's mask that Kai has, it does slip sometimes and he shows his actual true self. Like, for example, defending Sketch last year. If you remember Sketch, who basically looks like the cousin of Jinxie, he had a huge breakdown because people found out he was doing mature content and he was gay or bisexual, and he was genuinely downtrodden. He was considering suicide. He was that just distraught by the fact that people exposed his personal life on the internet. And then everyone came to his defense. FaZe, Hairline Banks, Kai Cenat, everyone. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is not to get any hate on Kai. I think he's a great content creator. I don't watch him personally. It's really obvious he has, certain morals. But you know what? To leave the video on a positive note, I saw this Instagram meme that I thought was really funny. Imagine losing your life savings in a casino in Las Vegas and just walk out to this. What do you mean? I'd want to gamble even more. So what's my take on this? They should not add Kai Cenat into Fortnite. Instead, they should add him into my favorite game of all time, which is Rogue Warrior, where the main character is voiced by Mickey Rourke.
Suck my balls, my hairy big balls. Wrap them around your mouth. I'm gonna shove it up your ass.